Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. When we last left off, we got our boyfriend back and had a chat with people, and now we are soon to return to the Citadel to see what's going on there. But before I do, I'm going to have a look around the rest of the galaxy. As you can see, there are some systems, and you remember what I said about you may as well just go where you gots to go as soon as you can. So we're just gonna go around the galaxies basically. So what's this place? Minos Wasteland. Going to go here and gather the resources.
I found something.
If you're flying through space and you hear a beep, that means you've come across debris, and you should probably scan for it. So let's see. Though Pettis has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 9 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Pettis will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pettis could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pettis to lay low or make repaired. Civilian travel is not advised. So let's see what we can find on this smuggling planet. It better be booty. What is it? It's booty. Fantastic. Digital booty. Okay, and now for some fuel that we don't really need, though that has almost topped us up. As I say, pretty much we'll never need to buy fuel. And okay, that's it for the Minos Wasteland. This red line means there's nowhere to go, so huzzah, you're well worth it, Minos. And now we shall head to the Shrike Abyssal. Which is a fantastic name. Most of the places in Mass Effect have fantastic names. Alright, beep. Some of them are oh, lovely. Some of them are in fact real as well, like the Horsehead Nebula. Can't talk for every cluster here. I'm sure some of them are entirely fictional. But Horsehead, no, that's there. Alright, got more booty. None of this is very interesting plunder though. Let's try and find something else. Okay, and now we sort of have to plumb the depths a bit. Alright. That sound means the Reapers are attacking, so let's gather up this fuel that we didn't even need and run from the Reapers. They start off slow, but they get faster and faster and faster the longer you're in the system.
Evasion successful.
But you can evade them. They will continue to be there, though, and chasing you in that system until you do a mission. So it's best not to get heat on the Reapers in places where you intend to spend a bit of time, unless you've got a mission lined up to quickly do.
I found something.
What's we got here on Talisphere? Talisphere is a planet capable of supporting life, if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. The Reapers found Talisphere easy prey. The independent planet had a defense fleet only sufficient to handle small-scale actions. Its high population and industrial base, once a deterrent to war with other Terminus Systems worlds, has only served to attract a larger number of Reapers than usual. So that's 3.8 billion people probably dead. How grim. But let's see if they left anything good for us. We got a Prothean obelisk, which I needed for a Volus who's in the Citadel, so yes. There you go. Unfortunately, we have only 50% assets and some angry, angry Reapers. Now, I'm probably going to die, but I don't want you to panic. There you go. Because actually, the penalty for dying is not that bad, because it auto-saves whenever you enter a system. So I'm just here. So I know where that is, Talisphere. So let's just look for
I
the...
found
Well, there you
something.
go. There's the other thing. So let's grab it. So yeah, that's why I believe my exact words were, like, it wasn't super thrilling or amazing, and it's not. It's a cool little thing, but there's really little to no consequence of actually dying, unless you somehow muck up your saves. Pardon me. Ain't never gonna get me.
Reapers eluded.
They are, but they're going to be waiting for us in Z-Char, so we would better make a beeline to that mass relay. Incidentally, apparently that noise they make, the Reaper horn,
Faster than light jump successful.
I thought it was just a, you know, an Inception wham, and it probably is. That's probably the inspiration, but I've heard that there was actually quite a bit of research done into it, if you will, and that it's actually based on an amalgamation... Hang on, it's too loud in my ears. An amalgamation of noises that people tend to find scary, thus sort of making the Reaper noise scientifically one of the scariest noises ever. But I don't really feel that. I think, you know, it's not scary at all. I mean, maybe if I was actually
Signal
hearing that
confirmed.
noise in real life because a Reaper was coming at me, I'd be a bit, oh dear. But, okay, hang on. Trevin is a modest terrestrial world, with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Trevin's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. Exodeni Corp recently performed a test impact of a single water ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites, and of the giant Reaper invasion. Let's see if we can get some survey equipment. Nope, just some cash. What else is out there? Is it going to be this planet? No, is it going to be this one? No. Well, I guess I'm just going to die. Sorry if this is boring to watch. I just figured... Yeah, I don't want too much of this video to be, you know, just sort of me not... Oh,
Signal
there you go.
confirmed.
I don't want too much of this video series to be me not actually present talking, just sort of you seeing edited together clips of things happening, because... Oh, I'm such a noob. I think if I limit this game to only the portions where I'm physically firing a gun, I'll only be present for like half of it, and I don't want that. I want to maintain a presence in my own video series. But if, you know, if this is boring as all hell and you just
Evasion
don't want to
successful.
ever see anything like this again, just let me know. Alright, so let's go to Plutus. What do we have here? But yes, as I was saying, Reaper noise, not
I
that
found
scary.
something.
Certainly not as scary as, say, the sound of a hook scratching on your door at midnight. Anyway, though it is one of the oldest entries in the star charts, Nonul has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus, not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxides venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Nonul is rapidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Nonul is a secondary source of element zero, coalesced around a large chunk of ESO ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Sounds like there's no human or life of any kind here then. So I wonder what we're going to find. There it is. What we gonna get? A special ops team. Okay, so there was just an army hanging out. Suits me. Anyway, we're 100% done here, so we are getting out.
Reapers eluded.
33% done after 2 systems. This is one of the bigger, after 2 systems. This is one of the biggest clusters. I get clusters systems mixed
Signal
up. I
confirmed.
can't be the only one. There you go. Even though it is a big cluster, I'm going to be fine for fuel. It's alright, we can get this planet and be out of here before those Reapers get to us. So, Clenzol. Clenzol has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test wars to claim the system for humanity. But Clenzal had only an average level of mineral wealth, valuable but hardly worth the Russian expense. Merida Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed that the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. Alright, so it's either mining equipment or criminal wealth that we're going to get. Let's see just what it is. It's criminal wealth. Okay. Let's get out of here! Let's get out of here! Whoa, okay.
Faster than light jump successful.
They nearly got me then. These controls are not the greatest. I prefer, you know, WASD to move the ship, but it's actually a click system, which sometimes is just not, you know, it's not responsive. It's responsive now, but it won't be responsive when I need it to be. So nothing on... oh, what was that?
I found something.
There you go. Let's plunder this plunder. That's only 50% of the assets. Alright, we are going to have to loop around the Reapers. Did it work? There you go. Didn't quite go right for me. The reason I'm, by the way, the reason I'm pressing on load and then autosave is because there is a bug in this game where if you just press resume, there is a chance you lose all of your credits. And, even though credits aren't as valuable in this game, you don't want to just lose all of them.
I found something.